Okay, I'm down here kind of crunched down because I want to use this tabletop. Okay, so I was getting ready to talk about the aperture and the shutter speed, but I wanted to change my lens, so I was going to show you how to do that. When I just suggest you be very careful with your camera and your lens, because I've ruined 2 cameras by taking them to the beach and not protecting them adequately, and the sand getting in my lens and getting in my camera body, and I just flat out ruined them. The grinding of the sand, it was horrible. Okay, so when you're going to change your lens, put the lens cap on, and then you're going to push this button here to release the lens, and then just twist it off. Also, another little tip I was going to say, and this might just really be a holdover from when I was working with film, but I always have my camera off when I'm changing my lens. Back in the day, it used to be because you could expose your film, but I don't think that's a problem now. Okay, so I'm going to put on my kit lens. So you have these covers for this part, the back part of your lens. I just switch it over real quick, and then you line up the dots on your camera and twist it on till it clicks. Okay? All right, so I was going to show you or talk about the aperture and the shutter speed. Okay, so the aperture is kind of like, I don't even know what you call it, but it opens up like that. And it opens up in increments. Boom, 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 boom. So they call those increments stops. So they call them F stops. Okay, and then shutter. The shutter, I don't remember if it opens like this or like that, but it's kind of like, you know, hey, and you're exposing that sensor. And so you set your shutter by seconds or parts of a second, and that'll determine how fast or how slow the shutter moves, how long it takes for it to open and close to expose that sensor. Okay, now on your camera, I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to use my back button. I really should check this and see if you're looking at this backwards. Let me check this. Okay, we're good. You can see this. Okay, so I'm turning on this, okay, screen. And if you don't see this on the back, you can look at your camera booklet to find out how to turn this on. Or you can look it up online and figure out what setting to go into. You'll go into your menu and set it. Okay, so this M right here means that I have it on manual, because I always use manual. This right here, this fraction, can you see it? That's my shutter speed. So I have it set for 1/1600th of a second. So that means it's going to real quick open and close. So I'm not going to get a lot of light on my sensor with that. Here's the F number 5.5.0. Sorry, it's out of focus. That's my f-stop. That's my aperture, how big my aperture is, okay? And then ISO is right here, and I have it on auto. I'll talk about that in a minute. When you go into your camera, you're going to juggle this aperture size and the shutter speed, okay? And those are the 2 main things you're going to juggle. Okay, so let me talk about ISO. ISO is how sensitive your sensor is, okay? So back in the day, we used to purchase different types of films for different types of photography. What I suggest that you do to get started is to put your ISO on auto. That way your camera will decide for you, and that's one less plate you have to juggle when you're making those decisions, when you're taking a hike and you go out and you're like, okay, I want to take a picture of this. What do I need? You're thinking of your settings. Just put it on automatic for now. That's one less setting you have to worry about. Okay? All right, I'm going to stop this video here, and then I'll go on. I'm doing these real short, so I don't have a lot of big uploading to do.